Hi there, it's Rachel from scrappinandhappy.blogspot.com with another Wedding Wednesday layout. Today we're going to do a 12 by 12 layout, and this layout is called Something New, Something Old, Something Borrowed, Something Blue. And for today's layout, it was inspired by an Allie Davis sketch. You can check out this sketch. It's sketch number 7 of the 2-page sketches. However, I find when I use sketches, they never turn out how they were originally intended, and you can see why in a moment. So what I went ahead and did, as I'm using 1 5x7, 2 3x3 photos, a 3x6, and 2 photos that were cut to fit a 5x7. Like this. And so this is just basically all my bridal stuff that I did. These papers, the measurements are all from that sketch. This was 9.5 by 7, and then I cut and trimmed, and this was 9 7/4, I believe, and I have positioned them so that they go together in a 2-page spread like this. So what I went ahead and did is use pattern paper. This is from the Blackcurrant stack, die cuts with a view stack. This is just scrap paper. This is cut at 1/4 inch. And then this was kind of fun. That was experimenting. That is using the Martha Stewart border punch, but I only cut out this piece at at 1/2 inch. And look at the effect that I did. This was to replace the idea of stitching on that particular layout, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. And then the detail you can also see as I went around and stitched the outside edge of the layout. Okay, so I then went ahead and used this pretty paper to mat the 5x7 equivalents only, and the 3 other photos aren't matted. And I did this because it was based on the sketch, and in the sketch they only had the 5x7 matted, but the way my pictures worked out, I didn't have pictures that match the sizing, and it just seemed better if I scaled the pictures to match the 5x7. So I'm just going to get this positioned. I want to see a little bit of that pattern paper underneath, and you can see the theme is black and white, with me using the black and white paper and then adding hints of purple throughout. I find that this way it just is really drawing your attention to the photos. Now this picture is to capture the detail of my wedding dress, so I'm going to stick that one and line it up here, and I'm going to do the same. Now with the photos, I guess because of the lighting and all that stuff, in one picture my dress looks a bit different color than the other, but there's not much I can do to fix that at this point, so I'm just going to leave it like that. And this is just so you can see the back of my wedding gown. And then this picture here, as I said, is 3x6, and this is my veil picture. Probably doesn't show up in the video camera as much as I would like to, but I'm going to position that down. And when I do this, I'm making sure that everything matches up nicely. And then just so that this matches up and balances with the other side. just line it up first. Now my ATG doesn't seem to be sticking to this paper. This is really fibrous paper. So I don't know if this is the best adhesive method for this, but I'm determined to get it to stick. So I'm going to stick this. And you can see I'm just making sure that all these line up along the edge like that. And I just like how I'm able to get lots of pictures onto this layout, and it looks really pretty in the process. Now I'm going to add these Prima flowers, 2 of them, onto the layout. But I went ahead and used my homemade glimmer mist. I don't know if the camera is able to pick that up, but I used my homemade glimmer mist to shimmer up the flowers. So I'm going to put those here, and then I have oops, that's my stylus falling on the floor. Okay, so I have these flowers here to put on here, and then I also have this pretty glitter flower that's going to go here, and this came from a K and Company set that I got from a friend on my message boards that I like to visit. So this particular flower is going to, it has some dimension, so it's quite pretty, and I love the bit of glitter and bling. And what I did to position it to see if it fit there is I actually cut out all the flowers, and so that is making it really difficult to get out, but then I can see if it's gonna work in my layout. And there's just a little bit of bling there. Oh, you can't even see it, it's off camera. Oh no, there it is. Okay, and then I'm just going to use my quick dry adhesive to glue down these Prima flowers. For some reason the adhesive came off on the paper, so I'm just going to use those there, and just putting glue on there. Now this popped up, I guess from getting wet from the adhesive, so I'll just glue that down again. And then I had this for quite a while. It's a recollection sticker, one of those things that I bought either before the wedding or as the wedding or that kind of thing. And it's my something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. So I'm going to actually just stick that down the side here. For my journaling for this particular layout. And there is my simple wedding layout. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Wedding Wednesday, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.